There's something in the darkness, hiding under your bed. Something in the shadows, it's not inside your head. Hiding in the darkness, never to see the light. Afterlife.
Hi, welcome to the Kyle and Eric Show. We do have a special guest today. Her name is Stacy. She's a lead investigator of my team. We're going to bring her in shortly. But right now I want to talk about a little bit of the things we did last week. We did go to the Valley Street Cemetery. I got a lot of feedback on that from a lot of people who emailed me. Thank you for the suggestions and the shares and stuff like that. Kyle, is there anything you wanted to add from the Valley Street Cemetery? Do you think we did well?
I think we need to use the drone a little bit more.
Well, I'm working on that.
Yeah.
I'm going to work on that drone stuff.
I think that stuff's really cool, getting sky views.
Yes, the drone stuff I'm working on, but right now I want to get a second camera before the drone. The drone we could probably get next year. So we're going to continue to use different types of equipment. Like most you saw on the Kyle and Eric Show, how we used the drone. I want to use more of that. So these are things that I want to bring to the show. These are things I want to bring to our other TV show, our paranormal show. So that we can get your eye, get your comments, get your suggestions on how things should be done. It's not easy doing things like this.
And we'll also be taking you out to one of my favorite locations, which is Vale End Cemetery in Wilton. We'll be doing an episode there. That's where I had one of my first experiences seeing a ghost, and I think it'll be really cool taking you guys out there.
Yes, I've never been out there. I've heard about it, and I guess at night this is a real spooky place.
It's hard to get into though.
So we're gonna do what we can, work our magic to get in there, and maybe even try and do an episode there. But I would like to do an episode or a biography on this cemetery on the Kyle and Eric Show. We do have a surprise for you today, so I will mention that at the end of this episode. I think you're gonna like it. I think it's gonna bring more enthusiasm to the show, and it's probably gonna light a fire under me and Kyle. So, but as of right now, I'd like to welcome Stacy to the show. Come on in, Stacy.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming out.
Yep. Nice seeing you.
Too.
So, Stacy, you've been on my team for quite a while now, basically a whole season.
Yep.
Because we're pretty much wrapped up season 2. And not a whole lot of people are like, when I see people that are like, how'd you meet Stacy? I know Stacy. Well, I used to go to the diner a lot, and I pulled in with my truck one night, and she's our server, and she was kind of excited. I mean, she had eyes as big as Garfield, and a smile from ear to ear, and I told her what I did, and she's like, no way. So, and now she's here on the show.
Yeah.
Now she's one of my lead investigators to my team.
Yeah. Well, you came in like on Halloween, and I had to work, so I was like in costume, and he told me that he had a Halloween special and I should watch it. And I was like, oh, that's so neat, you're online and everything like that. And he's like, yeah, do you want to join? And I was like, hell yeah.
So here she is now. She's one of my great investigators.
And I used to work at the diner with Stacy, and she always knew that I was into the paranormal stuff. So after she joined their team, they needed some help, so she asked me to see if I wanted to join, and I came over and met Eric, and I was on the team right away.
Yeah.
So thank you, Stacy, for thinking about me still, even though I didn't work there anymore.
Yeah.
So these are amazing things. This is how people know people. This is how people get together, and I wouldn't know either one of them if I didn't, go to the diner or Stacy knowing Kyle. So, and they're both awesome on my team. So we're going to discuss a little bit of things today about Stacy and things that she's done and how she got where she is on my team today. We're also going to talk about her aunt's farm, because that was one of the best investigations I ever had this season. I mean, I had a lot of good ones. Our team had a lot of good ones.
Yeah.
But this one, to me, I'm going to put on the top of my charts as the #1 investigation for this year. Not too many people disagreed with me.
No, it's my favorite too.
yeah,
And it's
so-
not just because it was my aunt's.
I don't know how Kyle feels, so I don't know if it's his favorite, but he's been to a lot of places
Yeah,
with me
no,
this
it
year.
was definitely really good. I mean, some of the stuff I heard there was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't have too many personal experiences, but I witnessed, all you guys, and some stuff happened to you guys.
Me being
so-
swearing at.
Yeah.
Being called words that I really don't want to use on the show, but believe me. No, so there was some things being said that I can't air on the show because some people, I don't know what type of people watch our show. I don't know if it's from people under 18 or whatever. Some people find words offending like that, but they were bad.
But most of the experiences happened to the guys.
Yes.
When the girls went out all together, we didn't really have that much. But
Yeah.
boy, were they talking to you guys.
Oh, it was pretty violent. I
They
mean,
knew Eric's name.
They knew my name. Well, there were 2 Erics that night, so we don't know if it was referring to me or to Eric Knapp, but
Yeah.
Eric's last name was also said.
Yeah.
So there's some controversy there. Me and Eric can both take that argument if we want. But
But you had been there more.
I had been there prior, but just because my name was said doesn't mean it wasn't lashing out towards Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those are things you got to look at as in perspective. So me and Eric can fight for that position, which we won't. So because we're both Eric, we'll just take it as together as we were mentioned. That's pretty much how it works. So Stacy, how do you like working for my team?
I love it. I love coming out with you guys and finding the history on the places that we go to. That's like my favorite part, and then letting the rest of the team know like what names they should be saying, the dates, and everything like that,
No.
and make sure that they can.
Now, what got you started and interested in all this stuff?
I've always watched it like taps like since the beginning.
Yeah.
So like that was my biggest dream, is to go out, and me and my cousins used to go out to places when we were younger, and now that I'm older and on a team, like
All right.
I really
Well,
have the resources to do
I
it.
know since you've been on my team, we've been busting your ass.
Yeah.
You do a lot for my team, and when I call you, you come over, you listen to the EVPs, you watch footage with me, and you even get your hands dirty. You worked your way to the top. One of my good investigators, and a while ago I was going over things and to find out I wanted a leader on my team
Yeah.
because I'm not always going to be here on the team because as well as you, but still there's going to be days that I'm probably going to be sick or I'm not going to be able to make it to something. So I went over going over my investigators and I put a few on the table. And as weeks went, I watched each individual investigator, and you came right to the top.
Yeah.
Because no matter what you were doing, no matter how you were trying to do it, you always tried and put your heart and soul into it. So that's why I made you my lead investigator.
So she gets to drive the Suburban if you can't make it?
Exactly.
Okay.
She gets to be with all the cameras. I don't know if she'll be able to see with the steering wheel. But pretty much. I want everybody on my team to have an equal opportunity at what they do. I'm not going to just favor one person. I want everybody to have that opportunity. And those that are going to work hard, like you and Kyle, and we also have Chuck, and a couple other people on the team who bust their ass.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying everybody don't, but you got some that'll work, but they're going to step up. I feel they will be stepping up soon, and I see that drive in everyone.
I think the team has come together so much.
We're
so
real strong.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you personally, when I call you, like today, boom, you were here. I'll be here. Bang. All right. And it was such short notice to put you on the show. So, but we had nothing coming up because we were still trying to figure out what we want to do.
Yeah.
So I figured, all right, let me bring my lead on and we can discuss things with her. So, is there anything you want to add?
Yeah,
Kyle?
so the J-Mac Farm was our season 2 opener. It was in Belmont, New Hampshire. The house was built in 1805 and originally owned by George Lamprey and the Lamprey family. And Stacy, what were some of the past experiences from your family, and when did they move in?
My aunt and uncle moved in about 3 or 4 years ago, and immediately within the first few months she had heard people's names being yelled, and she had no idea who was saying it because nobody was home with her. And she was seeing shadows. She was hearing footsteps and just weird things like lights being turned on and off, and their fire detectors going on and off. It like never really scared her, but she was like kind of like weirded out by it.
Now your aunt found some interesting stuff in the house too.
Yeah, she did.
And we did too. You
Yeah.
want to talk about that?
Yeah, my aunt has a cousin who's a medium, and she came to the house and told us a few things, like she thought there was something over in the corner of the house. Well, there was a hole in the floor, and my aunt went and looked in the hole, and she pulled out a human bone. It might not be a human bone, but it looks just like a pelvis bone of a human. And when we went for the first time, we were down in the basement, and what did you pick up?
I saw something that looked like a bone. It was a little dirty, and I dusted it off, and I was like, it's a bone.
I thought it was a piece of wood.
Yeah.
Now, one of the people who owned that home prior tried to set it on fire.
Yes. Yeah. The owner of the place was trying to subdivide all the property out, and he wanted the property with that house on it to be cleared. So he tried to burn the house down so he could collect on the insurance and build a new house there.
Now, when you go down in the basement, you can still see the charred floor.
Ceiling, yeah, the floor was
Yes.
all burned.
So, and that's a pretty well built place. I mean, that's some pretty good wood. It's not cheap wood. So,
Yeah.
whatever it was didn't burn through. So it was cotton time.
But like, who knows if the bone was there from
Yeah,
the
and
house?
we're not
burning.
saying that it was a human bone. It could have been any bone. We didn't get it
It was a
researched or anything.
farm. Yeah.
Because I mean, if
could
we
be
did go to
animal.
someone and have that bone checked, you know, I'm sure that, like the homicide unit would be at your aunt and uncle's house digging up their basement. So.
Yeah, and they don't want to tear the house down.
So, as long as you've been going to your aunt's farm, you've never really experienced anything?
No,
on
I
your
mean,
own?
I've spent the nights there and I never noticed anything, but I've had families spend the nights there, and they always say that they feel like somebody's at the end of the bed, like just sitting there while they're sleeping, or most of the time they don't even spend the whole night and they're out of there by 2.
Yeah. I mean, we were there. We did an investigation there.
Yeah,
And I think it went well.
yeah,
We've been asked to come back. We're going to throw a Halloween episode there.
yeah.
When we're going to do it, I don't know. Your aunt's going to call me back. We've already discussed this when we went
Oh,
to the
but she
Blueberry
is so
Fest.
excited about it.
Yes, she's thrilled. There will be a medium there, and I would like to pull her aside and talk to her, maybe have her on the show as well for a session.
And she would also love that. She like didn't want to go on camera at first, but now she's like loving it.
Yeah. So, I mean, this place was a playground for her being haunted. Me, myself, I gave her a plaque stating it was haunted.
Yeah.
So we marked it as a haunted location in New Hampshire. So, I mean, it's a big place. I mean, it's no longer 250 acres anymore.
No.
So I don't know what the acreage is now, but I know that they still got quite a bit of land.
Yeah, because they have horses and a farm and stuff
Blueberries
like
as
that.
well.
Yeah.
Great blueberries, no less.
Oh my god, so many blueberry bushes.
So, I mean, they're, for what it is and how it was when our team went out there, like I said earlier, it's like one of my most favorite places, and I got an eyelash stuck under my eyelid.
And one of the things that happened there was when we were sitting in the dining room. Remember, we thought we heard it sounded like someone coming up the stairs, but then we saw the ventilation for the the dryer.
Yeah.
So we kind of debunked it as being that, but her uncle said that that wasn't on. And that
The
wasn't-
dryer was not on at all that night.
Yeah.
So what we heard coming up those stairs was footsteps or something playing with the dryer
So
ventilation.
when we go back, we're gonna have to check that out again.
So we're gonna have to pay attention to that next time.
Yeah, my cousin said that she's also seen apparitions there too,
Yeah.
right by that door.
Mhm.
She's seen an old man,
Yeah.
and even outside by the apple tree.
Well,
she's
your
seen an
cousin
apparition.
said she was standing by the sink. Well, your aunt told me this is how it happened.
Yeah,
Your cousin was standing by the sink looking out the kitchen window towards the horse pasture.
yeah,
And one morning, it was still dusk coming into dawn, and she saw like a woman in an old Victorian dress kind of walk by the horse pasture like it was coming out of the old barn.
and she thought it was a human. She freaked out. She thought somebody was trespassing on her land.
Well, this is the thing, when we went there, me and Eric saw that.
Yeah,
No one else did, but me. The way we were standing outside during our investigation, we saw it. Kyle was out there with us, and he was wondering what the hell we were chasing after. So, but as Eric turns around and I turn around, I speak up first, and Eric's like, "What the hell was that?" I'm like, "You saw that, right?" And he looks at me, and I look at him. We both say the same thing at the exact same time. So whatever was there, we were able to get that. They wanted to know if we could see it.
Yeah.
So we got something as proof saying, look, we saw this, but is it what your cousin saw? I mean, it kind of fits the bill, like, okay, we saw this and she saw that, and, you know, it's kind of hard to explain.
Yeah.
People are like, it's a ghost. There's no such thing. Well, they're there.
Well, and you know that, like, it's a farm, so they're on a schedule every single day. They do the same thing.
Over and over. It's like
over
a real
and over
player.
again. And they also hear noises there regularly too. On that same schedule, the barn door will open every single day. And my aunt wonders why is it doing that.
We'll never know.
You know.
Is there anything you want to add in there, Kyle? Anything you think?
Yeah. What are some of your plans for the future, being lead investigator?
I really want to keep going on the history aspect and finding the history on places and making sure my team knows that and trying to go into new locations. Being from Laconia, I think there's great places up there that I want to go to and investigate. And
Definitely.
I know that's like Fort Knox getting into Laconia.
I
Because there's
know.
like one person that owns a lot of the history up there.
Yeah.
And we've tried already. So,
Yeah.
but eventually we'll
I
break
think-
that nail.
Yes.
There's a lot of places I want us to get into, and they're hard.
Yeah.
Just gotta keep going at
You
it.
gotta
But you
strive at
also
it.
have places that you want to go to
Yeah,
too.
we're gonna try.
We're gonna work
Yeah.
on it. We're gonna, like I said, I want to give everybody their experiences. I want everybody on this team to be happy, and I think I'm doing a good job at it. I've not had any complaints. People are gonna be bummed out from time to time. I wanted to do this. I'm like, well, we couldn't get in there unless you want to pay the money. Then we'll go.
Or we get chased out.
Or we get chased out. But the problem with that is a lot of these places want money.
Yeah.
So I mean, if it's some place that somebody really and our team really wants to go, then that's when we sit down and we all talk as a team. Well, you want to go, you got to pitch in, and we've done that. So it's not like something we won't do.
And hopefully margaritas can help us out too.
Margaritas is. Charlie talked to us.
They're an awesome place.
I gotta go. I gotta do my part now. I'm gonna start working on that this week with our case manager, Becky, and we're gonna start getting that thing settled in. There's also another thing in town, Manchester. Thanks to Chuck, we're gonna go and take care of all that stuff too, and get us even more out into the community. I think being in the community, helping the people out, maybe even try and raise money for places. You know, that'll put us out there, and
Yeah.
that's what people want.
Yeah.
People, yeah, they want to see ghost hunters. They want to see people who are out there and doing the investigation. But I want to do it differently. I want to help the community out at the same time as well and going out and helping people.
I think that's very important.
That'll put us on that perspective of like, okay, these guys are awesome.
Yeah.
We hunt ghosts, and we also help out the community. So I think if we all work together and strive towards those
And I
things-
think we've done that too in the past. I mean, when people with kids have come to us, we have dropped everything just to go to that house.
Oh
to
yeah,
help
we've had
them out.
important cases and we just drop it.
Yeah.
Boom, gone. So, so we don't get too far off topic. Your aunt's got a nice farm.
Yeah.
Can't wait to go back.
We didn't even go out into the barn, and we were getting K2 spikes in there during the day when we went.
I stopped the investigation that night because of the attic.
Yeah.
I mean, it was getting pretty rough up there, you know, between my daughter, Chuck, being scratched. You know, those are high-level alerts for me. Should I continue to put my team in danger? Should I continue to go forth at what we need to do? I don't want anybody getting hurt because we had issues like that at the Haunted Victorian Mansion for those that were there with me.
Yeah.
It can get pretty bad.
Yeah, the Haunted Victorian.
It's
is
happened
no
to
joke.
me. It's
Yeah.
happened to me, it's happened to Larry, it's happened to John. you
And
know.
it's not like it's scaring us out of the place. We
It-
just want to stay safe
So
and not get.
I don't egg on any spirits, and I try to keep my team at that level. Don't provoke.
I don't promote at all.
We've had a time where it had happened. Not mentioning any names, but but it's gonna happen while we're investigating because we run out of things to say. We want them to come out. We get
We
bored.
get stuck in the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we get bored after a while. What the hell's going on here? Nothing's going on. We came all the way out here for nothing. You know what? I want to piss this guy off. We can't do that.
No.
Yeah.
Because
Because
it may
that's when
not.
people get hurt.
It may not hurt you. It may not hurt your teammate that you guys are investigating with. It will lash out at other people. It lashed out at a cameraman. Hurt one of our cameramen. Luckily, he walked away. But your aunt's farm is one of those places where we have to be on high alert.
Yeah.
I've seen it. It's
Intelligent. I mean,
Very
it answers
intelligent.
every single question we ask it.
I don't know how many times I've been there. The last 4 times I've been there, that I've gotten responses that I wanted,
Yeah.
and it's amazing.
Yeah.
The people in the world probably won't understand that aren't into what we do, but there's the people out there that see it, and the tools that we use and the equipment that we use, the cameras. I mean, we have better camera now, so we're gonna see more of the house.
We're gonna get more toys too.
And we're working on getting more toys. Things are getting better, so this is gonna be an experience. This time I'm gonna stay longer.
Yeah.
I may just stay up until the sun comes. So I hope you guys are prepared because I want to do the barn. I want to cover more of the house. I actually want to cover pretty much the land. I want to get really down deep into that blueberry area.
Yeah.
So it's going to be something we're going to do this fall. So I figured we did it early in the spring. Hell, might as well do it in the fall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be cooler. It won't be as hot. We won't be sweating our asses off.
It's already starting to get cooler.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That it is. So these are things that I want to experience at this farm, and I want your aunt to like us coming back there all the time.
Oh yeah.
So and who knows, maybe we'll just throw a paranormal event there one day and talk to your aunt and maybe charging people to come out and giving her the proceeds to help fix up the farm.
She would love that.
So that would be something in the future I'd like to talk to your aunt and your uncle about, and see where it goes. I think it's a great place. You're a great aspect to our team.
Thank you.
You have the enthusiasm, you have the drive, and you have the fire to keep people going. And I want you to continue on this team. So the more you do, I think the more the team will follow. And I think you have that aspect to give everybody that drive.
Thank you.
So I want you to really think when we're out there, because some of our teammates can be really antsy.
I may be little, but you'll listen to me.
I think they
think so,
will,
yeah.
because if not, they know Boss Man's going to be there and he's not going to let it happen.
Yeah.
So is there anything you want to add in there, Kyle? Anything you want to say?
I think we're ready to go. I think I'm ready. Stacy, lead us into some dark places.
Yeah.
So we're gonna end this with a bang. So some of you have sent me emails. Some of you have said you should do this and you should do that. Well, you know what? For those people that have been giving me these multiple emails on my email and saying, you want to be a talk show, you need to do these things. People will listen. Well, you know what? I'm listening to my viewers, and I'm listening to my fans, and I'm listening to the people who send me the emails. Continue to send me those emails, because the more advice and the more tips you give us, the better we can make this show. So as of next week, things are going to change a little bit. It'll still be our show, but it will probably no longer be the Kyle and Eric show, because I'm going to light that fire in this show. And I think it'll be a good drive for me and Kyle, and we're going to have those arguments, and we're going to give you guys what you want. So I want also to throw this out there and really blow people's mind that Stacy's going to be our third person on our team to do the Kyle and Eric show. It probably won't be the Kyle and Eric show. We haven't understood yet. Or the name may stay the same until we can figure out what we're going to do to change that name, because we want to give it that thing. The intro is going to be different. So we're going to have our own intro. We're not going to use our paranormal intro anymore. We're going to use just a Kyle and Eric intro, or Kyle and Eric and Stacy intro. However it's going to work out, we're going to fit it in. So I'm going to post on the wall. You guys probably won't see this show this week because we're in the middle of changing everything around now. I just don't want to put this on there and make it look different. So I want you to stay tuned. And this is going to be a blast now. So I think you guys are going to enjoy more. And I think with these two on the show, you know, let's get these people what they want to see. You know, don't be afraid. Jump right in there. I want that argument. I want that fire. I want people to watch this show. I want people to. I want to kill it.
Yeah.
So let's do this, guys.
Fist bump.
All right. So we are out. So please stay tuned for what we have to offer you. We will have the Wilton Cemetery coming up soon. That's going to be Kyle's baby right there. He knows about it. He knows what's done. He knows how it's been done, and he knows what's happened to him there. For Stacy, she's our charmer. She's going to kill him and give us what we want.
Thanks.
We're out.
There's something in the darkness, hiding under your bed. Something in the shadows, it's not inside your head. Hiding in the darkness, never to see the light. After life.